Alright, so here I got a battle against some dude from Smog on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. I'm using the same team I've been using for a few weeks now, and he got a pretty, I don't know, random team. It doesn't really look, it's not super standard, but it's not completely random either, in the sense that he doesn't have like shitty ass Pokemon. But yeah, I'm not really seeing too many threats on his side of the field, except the Latias. Well, the Latias isn't really so much of a threat as much as it is, you know, an impediment to my Horse Jr. And I don't really like it when shit is trying to stop Horse Jr. sweeps. But Horse Jr. is probably not going to be able to sweep either, because he does have the Verzion, which I'm going to have to rely on a speed tie. So I'm looking at a Scizor sweep here, so that's pretty much what I've been, my plan here was to sweep with Scizor, try to get Fortress weakened enough to where Scizor could come in and pretty much demolish the rest of his shit with Bullet Punch. So I'm gonna lead with Landorus, predicting his Mienshao to lead, and I can intimidate him, and then I'm gonna go to Skarmory, 1 to take the fake out, and 2 to scout for the possible HP ice. So I'm gonna take absolutely no damage from that, and he's gonna get Life Orb recoil. So now I know he's gonna U-turn, and I know he has a spinner, which he's probably gonna U-turn into, since it's probably not a good idea for him to go into anything else to take a Brave Bird. However, he decides to go into Latias to take some pretty decent damage from the Brave Bird, so I am not complaining at all. And based on the Scizor weakness I saw in his team, well, not really a weakness, but Scizor gives him a few troubles. I'm gonna stay in here, try to go for my Stealth Rock this turn, because I was pretty much thinking he'd go for HP Fire, but I didn't want to go to Latios just in case he predicted me and went for the Draco Meteor, because then I wouldn't have my Latios, and then that shit would suck balls. But he goes for Trick, so now I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for HP Fire this turn, so I'm gonna go into my Landorus here and take the HP Fire, which he does end up doing, and now I'm free to U-turn, because since I saw Trick and HP Fire, I'm not sure if he's gonna end up carrying the what's it called, the Draco Meteor after all. I might be able to live it, I don't know, but whatever. I'm just gonna send this bitch in here, maybe trying to make him think I'm Scarfed, but he probably already saw leftovers. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm gonna go for the U-turn as he brings in this Porygon 2, does some decent damage after the Stealth Rock and U-turn, and yeah, I'm gonna go into Rotom. I was kind of predicting him to go into his Latias or into his Fortress or into something. Wasn't expecting him to stay in and do so much fucking damage with that. So I went for the Will-O-Wisp, and now I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. I went for the Volt Switch, predicting his Hydreigon to come in, expecting the Hydro Pump, but instead he stays in, and he fucking burns me with Tri-Attack. So my plan is completely fucked up now. I'm mad as fuck. My finger's already on that power button, but I don't know. It seems like it might be a good battle, because now, yeah, the whole main plan I had just got ruined, and this is gonna be some bullshit, because now I can't sweep him with Scizor because it's burned and his attack is in half and all that shit. So anyway, I'm gonna go back into Rotom for no random reason. I'm pretty much just trying to bait him to go into the Hydreigon, because Hydreigon is a fucking threat. I don't want none of my shit taking Draco Meteor. Scizor might be able to take a Draco Meteor, but he could also predict that and then go for Fire Blast and destroy my shit, which wouldn't matter too much at this point since he is burned and pretty much useless. But I still don't want my shit taking Draco Meteors. I really want to kill that Hydreigon, especially if it's Scarfed. And even though he did have the Scarf Latias, it's very possible for him to have 2 Scarfers. So yeah, shit is happening. I'm getting burned. I think I'm just trying to set up Swords Dance. Eventually trying to make him go after something. This Porygon 2 is just annoying, and this Scizor pretty much useless. So yeah. Basically, I'm trying to set up, trying to either make him switch, and then I could U-turn or Bullet Punch something, or get him down low enough to where I could bring in something else and kill him off, whether it be my Latios with Draco Meteor, or my Horse Jr. with that foot thing. Not that foot thing, what is it called? A secret sword. I don't know why I said foot. I guess the animation looks like a foot to me. Anyway, he's doing some major fucking damage. I have no idea what type of spread he's running, but that shit was doing way too much. So after the burn, my shit dies off, and I'm free to bring in my Keldeo, hit him with that kick, that fucking secret sword, and I get a useless crit. So yeah, now he's gonna go back out to the Mian Xiao thing, and I believe I'm gonna go into either Skarmory or Landorus. I end up going to Skarmory because Landorus will take some decent damage from the fake out, and Skarm won't. So he decides to predict that, goes for Stone Edge, which was really risky. I could have just stayed in there and Hydro Pumped him and destroyed him, and Stone Edge would have done shit to me. But I guess he knew I wasn't going to do that anytime soon. So I'm just going to stay in here and Brave Bird as he U-turns out into his fortress. So I'm thinking he's probably either going to spin or set up rocks of his own, because he doesn't have up rocks at this point. So I'm going to go into Horse Jr. Didn't really want to do that just in case he does have the Volt Switch. But then again, he might use Toxic Spikes, and I'd rather try to send him in here right now before he gets poisoned. So he ends up going for rocks, which, like I said, I figure he might do that, or spin, or Toxic Spikes. But now I'm going to set up a sub, kind of expecting Latias to come in, and I was hoping to like Calm Mind a few times and then take a hit and kill it off with the Secret Sword. But he ends up going to this Virizion thing. So here, I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, because I basically figured he'd go for Giga Drain or Close Combat, and if he went for Giga Drain, then I should be able to take the next Giga Drain after the Calm Mind. If he goes for Close Combat, he's going to break my sub, and then his defense will be lowered, so I should be able to kill him off with the next Secret Sword at +1. But he fucking uses Leaf Blade, so I'm like, what? I totally didn't expect that. Doesn't really matter though, because I could just go into Skarmory and pretty much fodder it. I was expecting to die at this point, but turns out he has Secret Sword over Close Combat. Not sure if Close Combat would have killed me, but I end up fucking his shit up. So that's pretty good, because the Virizion was going to be pretty annoying, especially to my horse and my Latios, since it does have decent typing and special defense. So I figured he'd go into his Kajando, Mian Xiao thingy. So I went to Landorus to Intimidate, but he predicts that, I guess, and he goes into his fortress. So I'm gonna get out of there. I don't go for the U-turn. I don't really know why, but it ends up working for me, because you know, I went to Rotom and he used counter, so that wasn't really expected at all. Now I'm thinking he's gonna bring in Hydreigon. He's gonna have to bring in Hydreigon. There's no way he's gonna let that bitch stay in and take a Hydro Pump to the face, but he fucking does. And then now I had to switch, obviously, because of Volt Switch, and I didn't want to go into my Landorus because I figured he'd use Gyro Ball, but he uses Volt Switch, which wasn't really good. I was kind of disappointed when I saw that, but it didn't do any damage at all, so I guess it's not that bad. Now he's going to go into this threat Hydreigon, and I'm figuring he's Scarfed, so I'm going to go into my Rotom as Death Fodder, and it's looking pretty bad for me because he has an advantage. He's up 4-3, and yeah, I'm upset. So I can't really go into my Latios because I'm going to be forced to go for the Draco Meteor, and then he's going to go to Fortress, and then I'm going to be at -2, and he's going to set up all over my shit. So what I end up doing is go to Landorus, trying to predict him, or trying to live a -2 Draco Meteor, but then I go for U-turn, and he stays in, so I was like, fuck, he specs, now I'm going to have to fucking get wrecked. So I went to Latios, hoping I could take one, but he ends up going for a Roar, so that was kind of weird. But I'm not complaining, because yeah, now I even up the game, and I'm still kind of worried because that Latias is still running around, and it's gonna be able to take, if it gets some Calm Minds up or something, I don't know, it's just a Latias, you guys know what it does. And yeah, so he brings out Kajando again. I know he's gonna go for Fake Out, and I don't know if I could be able to live the Stone Edge after the Fake Out, so I'm going to go into Latios since I am Scarfed. I will be able to outspeed that bitch and take the Fake Out easily, but he gets a fucking crit, which kind of made me upset, because this Latios might have been able to take a few hits, but now it doesn't look like that will be possible. Fortunately, he stays in there and lets me kill him off with the Draco Meteor, so that's pretty good. Now it's pretty much it depends what set his Latias is running and how he plays this Hydreigon right here. So I don't really have to worry about sub. I know he's probably gonna go for some shit. I'm just gonna sack my Landorus, and then I'm gonna go out to Horse Jr. Since I saw the Roar, I'm not really worrying about him being Scarfed anymore. I will be able to outspeed and kill off the Hydreigon, and my shit is sitting pretty good right now. But this Latias, it's kind of weird, man. I don't want him to get Calm Mind, even though Calm Mind is extremely unlikely due to the trick and the hidden power that I've already seen, but it is a possibility, so I'm gonna go for my Calm Mind of my own, hoping I should be able to take a hit. If he Calm Minds up himself, then I don't know, I guess at this point it didn't really matter, because in order for Calm Mind Latias to be a threat, he would need to have Recover, and Trick, HP Fire, Calm Mind, Recover wouldn't be able to do shit to my Latias, so I don't know. I just went for Calm Mind, trying to see what he does, and I outspeed him, so he's probably running some modest or bulky Latias with Trick Scarf. But in any case, Latios is gonna come out and destroy with the Draco Meteor. So that was a pretty good game. Yeah, comment, rate, all that shit. I'm out.